Hey everybody, welcome back to the Henry Disc Golf channel. My name is Jerry. Today we are out at Silverfox trying to break 68. Let's see how it goes. Break 60. Here we are on hole number one. Hole number one is a 300-foot downhill shot going with the finish line pace. Alright guys, so here are the results of my second shot. I'm probably going to be out of screen over here. I was up in the woods, held it out a little bit too wide on the first shot, and on my second shot, tried to throw it back into the fairway, kicked a tree. Now we're over here, outside the circle. Definitely looking at kind of a jump out here. I'm going to go with the finish line pace. Just try to put it up and over the tree branches and everything out in front of me, little trees here. A pretty decent shot. Alright, here is the look for a 4. Tapping it in. Moving on to hole number 2. Alright guys, here we are on hole number 2. Hole number 2 is a 344-foot par 3. Basically, kind of want to hit it straight with a little bit of hyzer, have it pop up to flat, and then ride down the hill. I did take an unfortunate 4 on the first hole, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and see if we can move past that and just play some golf. There's plenty of time left. Going the Prairie Open Hawkeye, put it on some hyzer, hopefully get it down the hill. Oh, good kick. So I put it on quite a bit of hyzer. It wound up skipping off the top of the hill, hit a tree, kind of kicked over to the right, and then just hyzered down the hill. Should have a look at a birdie. Alright guys, here is my look at birdie here. We're going to go ahead and go with the straddle, try to get ourselves away from that tree that's by the basket there. See if we can go ahead, put this one in for birdie. Boom. Alright guys, welcome to hole number 3. Hole number 3 is a 308-foot par 3. Basically, it goes straight out and then kind of just goes straight off to the left. I'm going to go with my Champion Eagle. Try to keep it inside of the dead tree on some hyzer. Hopefully get it up there by the basket. That may be a good look. Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Left here with about a 22-footer or so. Try to see if we can go ahead and put this in for birdie as well. Ooh, just short. Then a quick tap in for par. Moving on to hole 4. Alright guys, welcome to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is a 410-foot par 3. It is basically down this hill and just kind of turns over to the right a little bit. I did make a quick change to the bag before starting the round today. Threw a Star Hawkeye in there instead of having the blue Champion one. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can put this on a little bit of hyzer. Just have it turn over and ride over to the right. That was a good looking throw. Alright guys, so here are the results of my drive. Probably in one of the best positions I've been in a very long time here. We're looking probably at about 60 feet. Slightly uphill. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can try to give this a little step jumper. Put this in the basket. Nope. Right under the basket though. Should be a nice tap and par. Let's hear the results of the missed putt. tapping in for a par. Here we are, guys. Welcome to hole number 5. Hole number 5 is a 422-foot par 3. I'm going to go with the Exodus here. Basically, this is a 2-shot hole we want to throw into the mouth and then up to the basket. So we're just going with something simple. Hook up. That should be in a spot that I can get up to the basket. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Looks like we got a little patent pending out. Have a tree here. Should have a pretty routine shot. I'm going to go with the Electron Matrix. Just trying to make sure that I hopefully can get myself up to the basket, throwing something a little bit faster than just a putter. That'll be up there for a look at a putt. Probably a little bit longer one, but shouldn't be too bad. All right, guys, here are the results of my shot. Looking here, probably right around another 22, 25 footer here. Try to see if we can put this in for a par. Ooh, it's a little to the outside. All right, here we are. Tap in for a 4. That's okay. This hole usually averages about a 4 for me. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 6. Hole number 6 is a 504-foot par 4. It is basically straight down there. The fairway does kind of go down off to the left a little bit and then come back towards the right just a touch. I'm going to go with the finish line era. Just try to see if we can blast it down the gap here. It should be fine. Turned over a little bit. It's a little bit shorter than what I was hoping for. All right, guys, so here are the results of my drive. Said a little bit shorter than what I'd like to be. I'm going to go with my star Hawkeye here. Let's put it on a little bit of Annie. Just have it ride over towards the basket. Didn't ride. That's not too bad. Off to the left there. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. We are just on the edge here. Probably looking at about a 25-footer, slightly uphill. Maybe just a touch shorter than that. See if we can put this one high enough to put her in the basket. Put it high enough. Here is the 4 for par. Moving on to the next hole. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 7. Hole number 7 is a 364-foot par 3. Basically goes out and then just kind of tails off to the right a little bit. I'm going to go with my Champion Valkyrie. We do also have a slight headwind on this hole, so I'm going to try to put it out with a little bit of hyzer. Hopefully just have it ride up and over. Oh, rode too early. Ooh, I think I kicked all the way back out. All right, guys, so I did happen to come into the tree line a little early, but I did wind up kicking out to the fairway here. We're looking here probably roughly at about 75, 80 feet. We're going to go ahead and go with a little turnover with the AVR, Star AVR putt and approach. Try to see if we can put it by the basket. Ooh, turned it over a little bit too much, but that's right on the edge. Should be looking at a putt. All right, guys, here are the results of my upshot or throw at for a look. Probably right at about 12 feet. Slightly straddle, have these little Twizzlers here to make it a little bit annoying. This will look for par, so let's put it in the basket. There it is. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 8. Hole number 8 is a 252-foot par 3. Basically, you go out around the corner and then just hyzer off quite a bit. We're going to go with the zone. Try to see if we can put this a little bit on a low line that's going to just penetrate hyzer the whole way. Hopefully we can get it up by the basket. Put it a little bit too tight. Did kick the tree, but kept me outside. Hopefully have a look at a putt. All right, guys, here is a look at what I got. Left here was probably right around a 45, 50 footer. Definitely came up shorter than what I wanted to. Tree kick did help for sure. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can try to give this a decent run at the basket here. Ooh. That was really close, just hyzered off a little early. All right, here we go, another tap in for par. There it is. Nothing wrong with par. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 9. Hole number 9 is a 483-foot par 4. Basically, the way that this one winds up throwing is you kind of throwing a nanny shot to a spot and then throwing a kind of straight hyzer shot, hopefully down through all of the trees, make it up to the basket to hopefully get your birdie look. So we're going to go with the Star Hawkeye, try to push the back tree line and have it just drift over into a good spot here. Oh, too tight. Possibly decent tree. That's an okay spot. We'll still have to hyzer around the corner. All right, guys, so here are the results of my drive. Actually didn't wind up in too bad of a spot, considering it did get us to the fairway. Definitely don't want to be in that stuff. We really want to try to push that stump that's up there. But we're still looking at about 300 feet in, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the Prairie Open Hawkeye, just try to put this out on a little bit of hyzer, have it just push up towards the basket, trying to hit the big gap down the middle there. Oh, too wide. And I popped my wrist up right as it came out. Almost back to the fairway, but definitely pulled it. Not too sure what happened there. All right, guys, so here are the results of my second shot. Looking here at my third shot, trying to see what we may possibly have. With those bushes right there and the little tree there, there's not a crazy amount of stuff to do here. Can I just go right up over the top of those and hyzer in towards the basket? Do I need to go with something that's like this here? All right, we're going to go with the pace on a little bit of a, I'm going to say tomahawk here. Just try to see if we can put it around the tree and just have it slide up to the basket here. Ah, that did not work out the way I wanted. Second one was better. All right, guys, so here are the results of that shot out. Wasn't very good. Hit a tree branch, dropped down. Left here with about a, let's say right at 30 feet or so. Look at a putt. Let's try to see if we can put this one in the basket to keep the par streak going. Just short. All right, here's the results of that putt. Nice easy tap in for a 5, which is a bogey, taking me to +2 so far for the day. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 10. Hole number 10 is a 296-foot par 3, kind of up the hill, just tails off to the left a little bit. Playing probably more like 330 or so. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Exodus here. Just try to put it out flat and straight, and just let it drift over towards the end, possibly skip up the hill a little bit towards the basket. Came out of my hand a little early, skip up. Hit the rocks, oh, sit. Rolled over to the far side. All right, guys, so here are the results of my drive. I did wind up skipping over there, hitting the rocks, and then rolling over here. Right here, we probably have about a 60 to 70 foot shot. Probably needs about the power of about 100, 120 feet. We're going to go with the finish line pace. Try to see if we can float it up there to the basket. That'll do. All right, so here are the results. Nice easy tap in for par. Moving on to hole 11. All right, guys, welcome to hole 11. Hole 11 is a 344-foot par 3, straight down the hill. Going to go with my MVP Matrix Electron Plastic, my more understable one. Just try to put this on a little bit of hyzer, have it pop up on over, ride down the hill, see if we can get a look at a birdie putt. Staying on the hyzer, getting down there, kick over to the left, over to the right, pretty decent. All right guys, so here are the results of my drive. Did wind up kicking over here to the right, put myself in kind of a crappy spot. Just trying to look at my options here. You know what? This one may actually work. I'm gonna go with the drawbreaker zone. We have a little Annie shot here through the trees. Put it on enough Annie, put it on enough pop, hopefully put it by the basket. That'll work. That'll work just fine. All right, guys, here we are with the results of my upshot here. Good tap in for par. Moving on. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 12. Hole number 12 is a 391-foot par 4. Basically, this is a 2-shot hole. You have to throw to the corner, kind of pushing the back wall a little bit, and then you should have an anhyzer or a sidearm shot up to the basket. We're going to go with the finish line pace, try to see if we can just push the back wall, hopefully set ourselves up with a good look for our second shot. Oh, too low. Not nearly high enough or far enough. All right, guys, like I said, nearly didn't get up far enough. We want to be pushing the back wall over there. Left ourselves pinched off. Like I said, there's really no gap or anything to try to throw a shot here to get to the basket. So we're just going to kind of lay up the drawbreaker zone. There's a little tree on the hill. I'm just trying to aim for that tree and hopefully be right by it. Too tight. Got through though. That'll be a look to get up and down. All right, guys, so here are the results of my second shot. I'm going to go ahead and go with the finish line pace again. Try to see if we can just push it up towards the basket. We're still outside of 100 feet, so probably need about 120, 130 feet to get up to the basket right now. Put it on the high side of the hill, right next to the basket, a little bit past. That'll be a look at par. All right, guys, here we are just a little bit past the basket. Nice little look for a par. There it is. All right, guys, here we are on hole 13. Hole 13 is a 384-foot par 4. I'm going to go ahead and go with Champion Valkyrie here. I've been struggling getting through this tunnel, so we're going to go ahead, try to see if we can go ahead and put this down through the tunnel, throwing something a little slower. Hey, I made it through the tunnel. All right, so here are the results of my drive. Looking probably right at about 95 to 100 feet in. We're going to go with the AVR putt and approach here. See if we can just put it under the basket. Pushed it a little too wide. Caught the tree. All right, so here are the results of my upshot. So I'd hit this tree, drop down. We have a very tight little window here. See if we can put this in for a birdie. Actually, I'm going to go here. So close. And we're going to tap in for par. 538. All right, guys, welcome to hole 14. Hole 14 is a 538-foot par 4. Basically, we just want to throw kind of towards the top there. Just have the disc hyzer over a little bit. We're going to go with the Prairie Open Hawkeye. Just try to keep it flat and straight with just a touch of hyzer. Not enough hyzer. That's not a terrible spot to be, though. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Definitely wanted to put it on a touch more hyzer. We're just going to go ahead and pitch out to the fairway. Hopefully take a look at par here. Alright guys, here are the results of my shot out. I'm going to go ahead and go with the electron matrix here. Just try to push the back wall, let it hyzer down in towards the basket. Let's see how we do. Oh, I turned it. Alright guys, here are the results of my third shot. This will be a look at par. Probably just going to be an upshot towards the basket. Take another bogey, unfortunately. But here we go, throwing the Blue Star AVR. There it is. Alright, here are the results of my shot for the bogey. Alright guys, welcome to hole 15. Hole 15 is a 441 foot par 4. Basically goes up to the corner and then cuts over to the right. We're going to go ahead and go with a Valkyrie here. Just trying to see if we can put ourselves on top of the hill in the corner there. And that was almost perfect. Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Probably looking at about 100 in right now. I'm going to go ahead and go with the finish line pace. Just put it on a little bit of hyzer and push it up to the basket. That'll do. Oh, it rolled a little bit. That'll do. Alright guys, here are the results of my upshot. Did wind up hitting up here and then rolling back a little bit. Still left here with about an 18 footer. See if we can put this in for birdie. And if I'm going to miss, it's going to be right there. Alright guys, after that really bad rollaway, we are left here with really not much of a look of anything. So we're going to go ahead, probably just pitch this up, card a bogey on the round, or for this hole. Taking another bogey. Alright guys, welcome to hole 16. Hole 16 is a 409 foot par 3. Basically straight ahead, you kind of just want to push the outside and let the disc hyzer back. We're going to go with the finish line era here. See how this goes. Push a little bit too hyzer. That'll probably push the brush line on the left side. Alright guys, so I did wind up pushing the back wall a little bit here, but in a pretty decent spot. We're going to go ahead and throw the AVR on a little touch shot, little Annie to flat here. See if we can get it close to the basket or possibly even run the basket a little bit. Nope. That's okay. Alright, so here are the results. Looking at another par. Alright guys, welcome to hole 17. Hole 17 is a 317 foot par 3. Basically straight ahead with the little gully in front of us. We're going to go with the Eric Oakley Exodus here. Let's try to see if we can hyzer this in towards the basket. The air bounces.
That carried so.
Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Looking here at a putt, probably right about an 18 footer. Straddle. See if we can put this in for a birdie. Alright guys, welcome to hole 18. Hole 18 is a 366 foot par 3. Basically you just kind of want to go through the tree line, or through the gap here, and then just have your disc drift over to the right. So we're going to go ahead and go with the Star Hawkeye. See if we can put it on hyzer and just have it pop up and over. No, not on hyzer. Maybe on hyzer. Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Kicked off the tree over there, came right here. I'm just going to try to put this in the fairway and go from there. Alright, here are the results after my second shot. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Jawbreaker Zone. Try to put it on a little bit of ante. Have it flex down towards the basket. Not bad. Alright guys, here are the results of my third. Looking at a bogey putt here from probably close to 50 feet out. See if we can try to get a stepper there. Got it close. Hey everybody, Editor Jerry here. I didn't really get a chance to shoot an outro video. I was playing with a guy that I met on the course that day, so we went to playing a second round out there. Had a great time. In conclusion, I shot a +5, so a little bit worse than the time that I played beforehand. Felt like my putt was a little off on the day. Just missed a couple lines here and there. Was punished a little bit by the course, but definitely overall had a great round. 65, we're definitely going to be back out there next month to see if we can break 60 for the par. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Make it good for somebody else, and we will see you next time. Bye.